Right, Mythos, this is for you. I'm so confident in the Jamusi that I actually prefer it to this thing, so I've just gone and bought another one. There you go, that's me selling the dumpy. Now I'm going to mod this to, you know, I assume you've got yours modded anyway because you said about winching, so let's stick some bits on it. Ooh. Oh wait, I'm in the trailer, aren't I? Powertrain, right, I've done the radiator, done the intake, engine, sell all the old ones, turbo, install, transmission, gotta be the 6-speed Mark 1, I love that thing, sell that, final drive ratio, I think I had it at, it's either a 308 or a 4.0, I'm going to go with 4.0 because I think that's what it was, and then they stay standard. Brakes, optional really, you don't really need upgraded brakes for that, but I do. Get rid of them. Suspension, again, you can leave it completely standard, it works, I do like adding the angle kit. Wheel spacers do help you get over the bridges, so stick that. I think I remember taking it off again afterwards, actually. I think I didn't like the fuel tank. I didn't like the raised suspension. Winch, I do put it on, but I put it on for weight because it stops the front wheels lifting when you've got a full trailer. And I think that's everything, so gotta paint it. That's just standard. Ugh. $100 bargain. Right, Oldham trailer. So again, gotta paint it. Too far. Body 2 will go, but in fact, going a little bit lighter. Nah, don't like it. Stick with black. And then yeah, I change nothing else on the trailer usually. Just to stop it overtaking the truck. Sell them. And spacers. Gotta make it match. Right, so there you go. That is fully done. And now let's get to Campy. I assume we're starting from Campy where you get stuck, but to be fair, that part's so much easier than that part anyway, so if you can do this part, you can definitely do the other bit. Okay, that did not want to load. Jamusi, go forward. Trailer. Right, this is probably going to be the most boring video on the channel so far, so if anybody else is watching this, I apologise. It's probably only going to get like 1 or 2 views. I don't think I've got any die-hard fans that want to watch everything I make just in case it's good. I think most of you want to watch the fun stuff only. Right. I did not test my final drive, so I hope we're right on that one. Let's put it in manual. And then 6 low lock, 5th gear, probably needed a rolling start. crate up. Oh, it's in sport mode. Always have it in drift mode, so it turns off the traction control and all that crap, because it's more of a hindrance than a help. On this run anyway. Oh, wrong gear. But yeah, the majority of the journey is spent in 6th gear with 6 low lock, and it will just pull along like a train. And I was actually considering, when I sold my old one of these, I was actually considering selling the dumpy and keeping this, because I actually prefer to drive this. It doesn't flip over nearly as much, and it grips better up the slippery slopes. And truck and trailer, I believe, are actually lighter than the dumpy as standard anyway, so the whole thing, loaded and unloaded, is actually still lighter. I didn't think it would be, but it feels it. Especially considering this is only a 330 horsepower engine, the other one, the dumpy, was a 540. There's a bit of a difference. And I know I'm using the steering wheel here, but Mist had an identical truck and he was using keyboard, and yeah, he didn't struggle any more than I did. I wish the camera had stopped doing that. One thing that annoys me about this game. The camera needs to be locked in the position it's at now. Well, not locked in it, but you know, so it doesn't go below that point. Yeah, you didn't say what part you got stuck on that you needed to use the winch for, so I'm going to assume that it was either that first hill back there, because if you don't get the run up and lock it in gear, that one can be a bit of a bitch, or the mud hill towards the end of the run. That can also be a bit tricky if you don't get a run up. And that hill right here on the way back, that can be a pain as well. But again, nothing a run up can't fix. Look at that. See anything? Helpful camera. This is the part where I usually fall off with the dumpy. Straight over with Jamusi. But that's why I always widen the wheels and leave the rest of the suspension alone. Well, we made it. Didn't get stuck once. And I will show you loaded on the way back. I wasn't going to, but I've already made it here now, so Might as well make some money out of this trip, especially considering I just lost a ton. Oop. Alright, this is the first part you need the run up for. Go inside you, that's what they usually do. You won't get up that one without a run up. This without falling off. Beautifully done. Yeah, back in 6th gear for the majority of the run. I'll now bounce between 4th and 6th for the return trip now that we're loaded. And it's usually 4th to get up to speed and then dump it in 6th for the actual hill or whatever. Pardon me. Try not to lose too much speed on this one. And just shoot over to the left here so you get traction on the grass. Smooth as butter. There it goes. And then 4th gear for this one. Nice and wide. And back in 6th. Ready for the hill. And I'm definitely not a professional gamer in any way, shape or form. Like I say, you've probably got more experience in this game than I have. I think my only possible advantage is I've driven these in real life, so I know roughly kind of what to expect. But to be fair, that real life experience could be overshadowed easily by somebody with double the amount of hours in this game. So I don't know if that even counts for anything. Nice and wide on that one so your trailer doesn't fall off the edge and flip you. Not that that's a massive inconvenience, but it's 1,000 that we don't need to spend. And then while I'm doing this video, seeing as it's already more than I was expecting to do, I will show you my little shortcut without skipping through it as well. Ah, that was close. If you've bought the house in the desert that I've bought, you can always stop there and spawn a faster semi-truck, like the Cuda or something, to finish the journey off in a little bit more speed. But that doesn't really help you if you plan on taking my little shortcut across the desert, because the extra drive wheels can help. And the Cuda definitely doesn't have the grip for that. It can do it, it just struggles more. I don't think it makes it any faster. But if you go in the roadway, like your RPG version, then yep, definitely switch over to a Cuda or something. Finish the journey off in decent 15 minutes or so less. I'm going a bit faster than I normally would be because I want to not drag this video out too much longer than I need to. I don't want you getting bored on me. Come on, round the corner, there we go. It goes. Also, while I've got you, and seeing as you're kind of my MotorTown guru, what is the point in them ghosts? Like, I got an achievement for hitting 100 of them, and then nothing else since. Like, are they just there for, like, bragging rights on who can hit the most? Or is there actually a purpose to them? I'd love to know. I still aim for them. Sometimes. Not when towing a vehicle, though, and I like a wrecker. They're good at flipping the towed vehicle. Well, here we are, back at Campy. No hitches, no stuckages, and if you're going to go to the right here and go the way the sat-nav wants you to go, then it's plain sailing for the rest of the journey. But if you want to go my shortcut way, I'll show you that. This way is significantly harder, but once you've got the route down, it's significantly shorter. So we're going to knock it down to 4th gear here. It does just bog down just that little bit too much in the 6th. Ah, don't bounce off the wall like that. Nice and wide, but not too wide, because you go up to them and you'll flip. Go. Back into 6th. And I'm pretty sure that's the last time we need to knock it down here. I think the rest of the rest of this road anyway, until we get to the mud hill, is pretty plain sailing. It's just the mud hill, that's a bit of a git. I don't like that new mud they've added. I like the idea of the mud hill being there, but I wish they'd have used the shiny mud that they've used on this track. Because at least it made it difficult but passable, whereas that new mud, Jesus, is impossible. Can I get it? Can I get it? Aim for the centre of the steering wheel and you usually get it straight away. Perfect. Now this bit can get a bit squirrely as well on the way down. You have to just tuck right in there and then gun it for the centre. And then it just breezes straight up. See, if I was in the dumpy, I'd have fallen over at least 6 times by now. Oops, forgot to change it down to 4th. Man. I never people off in 4th. Yeah, I can. I really don't want to go back to start again. Yeah, we got it, we got it. We're all good, we're all good. And back in 6th. Down to 4th again. I'd much prefer the inside view. I'm assuming you do too if you're playing roleplay. You're going for the most realistic experience possible, I would think. You should record your gameplay and stick it on YouTube. I'd watch it. I wouldn't do it myself, but I'd watch somebody else do it. I ain't got the time to be doing everything by the book. But when I'm not recording or editing, I do like to watch other people play this game and others that I play, so yeah, give it a shot. Probably would have benefited from 4th gear there, but whatever, we made it. I'm not sure I've got the final drive exactly the same as what I did on my old one. I'd have to go back through the video and see. Oh, I'll probably cut that out actually. I might have the raw version. But it's handling it perfectly well, so I can't have had it much different to this. Just make sure you get the Mark 1 gearbox, because the final, the gear ratios suit this final drive. If you get the normal version of the 6-speed gearbox, the non-Mark 1 version, obviously you'll have to play around with the final drives to find what works best. But you want it so that you can sit in 4th and 6th and 6 low lock for the whole journey. That way you're essentially driving a 2-speed and it's just less to think about. Right, so you've got to get your old speed up for this one. Bounce off the side. Yeah, we love it. That one's not a problem. I think this next one's not a problem either. Not a problem. When we get to the next one, that's the one that's a real pig. Don't fall over. That was close. I literally just said this wasn't a problem. Then it became a problem. See, no good can come of rushing. Just make a mess of everything. I look like a right amateur now to the whole world. Anyway. Right. That's the easy bit done. Now this is the one that you'll definitely get stuck on. There is absolutely no way of getting up that hill. So 4th gear it. And then just cruise this side of the rock without falling off the edge. Emphasis on the not falling off the edge part. Whoa, don't fall over. I'm going outside. Well, further proof that rushing around doesn't work. Just literally hug this lip here. And it's nice and smooth to roll off the edge there. Back in 6th. And then you're good for the rest of the journey. Just make sure you get a run up this next little part. Because there's a little bit of a hill on there. Nice and easy with a run up, but impossible without. Just that little bit too steep. So hug the outside here, tuck it in, and then aim for the left because it's slightly easier to get over. Just like that. And boom, that's it, mud hill done. Back into 4 high. That was a little bit premature. So back into 4 high now. And then if you want to see my next shortcut, stay tuned. If not, then that is the end of the video. But I will just... I'm going to finish the journey anyway, so... I will keep it on record. So I shoot straight over here, down to 3rd gear for this hill, and then I know it seems counterintuitive, but you actually need to go up the highest part, because if you go down the lowest part down there, which looks easier, it gets very bumpy the other side of the mountain, and if you flip over, which you do a lot, you have to respawn all the way back there and start again, and it's just an annoyance. So come up here, it's perfectly smooth and it's no struggle for the Jamusi, at least not with the 330 brake lump in it. I mean, you can even stick it back into auto gears now. There's no more struggle after you get up to the top of this little bit here. And then you essentially make a complete beeline for the marker in the sky. Careful not to flip over on there. And that's the less bumpy part. Whoa, where am I skidding for? Don't flip, do not flip, do not flip. Oh, God, that had my cheeks clenching. Stop it, stop it, stop it. There we go. Nice and smooth, just like that. I don't think I took the perfect line though. I think I should have stayed on the peak a little bit longer, but I was too busy talking and not busy enough paying attention. Straight through the grassy bits. There is a few rocks dotted around here and there, but in the inside view you can see them before you hit them. In the outside view, not so much, because the truck blocks them. You see the truck bounce up into the air before you see the rock. Stick it into auto shift now and just have a nice little cruise. You want to head just to the right of that peak there and stay in the grassy stuff, because the other side of the road, that's the other side of that mountain, it's very, very rocky. Lovely scenery in this game. I know I've said it before, but I mean it. It really is quite well done, considering its polygon textures. Yeah, I definitely took the wrong line because I'm usually closer to the house. I'd come over that mountain just above me exhaust there. But doesn't matter, made it anyway. So straight down now across the road. Avoid the rocks. There's plenty of them. That's usually what destroys my Dumpy's radiator. It's the damn rocks. And as before, try and stay on the high parts because they are smoother than the lower parts. Plus you got the added bonus of no rocks. And what you're aiming for is eventually you'll see sand on your left. If you make a kind of a beeline for it, but not quite, you want to aim slightly to the right of it. And you'll come up to sand on your left, and you just want to follow the sand all the way, but don't go into it. The sand is not fun to drive through. I think it's when we go down the other side of this bit, that's where your sand turns up. And as soon as you see the sand, you're pretty much done with the journey. Because you don't have to drive the last 2 miles. So by now you'd probably be at the fuel station, round about there. Not OG fuel station, Joyle. Right, let's check now. No. Oh yeah, we ain't got far enough yet. You need to get to about here, and then that's the nearest road. Then you can recover it. Then normally me and Mist are just chatting away and not paying attention, so... But when you're on your own, it feels like it's taking longer. Right, there we are at the sand, so... When it says 2 miles remaining, go to nearest road, boom, boom. 2 grand, saves you a few minutes. Hey, you're welcome to try and drive the whole way if you want to, but... Oof. Driving through sand ain't fun. Well, I thought I was going to flip that. And, oh, are you kidding me? I made it that whole way with no trouble, and then at the last, literally 1 second, that's embarrassing. Come on. Can't believe it did that. Can't believe I did that. Come on, get under there. Oh, it's not letting me connect it. Go, 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 go. Nah, I'm gonna have to recover it. God damn it. Recovery. What a pain. There we go. Oh, look at that. I made it all the way without crashing or anything. Whoops. Yeah. Right. Yeah, unloaded. How much you giving me? 220 something. Beautiful job. 225, 220. Lovely. And there we go. No assistance needed, no winch needed, other than for weight purposes, because, you know, like I said, on the way back when it's loaded, the trailer's pretty heavy and it picks the front end up when you're going up steep inclines, but that is it. That's the only reason it's there, and you can do it without it. I just find it easier with. Slightly. It's not even a massive difference, to be honest, but yeah, is what it is. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on episode 12. 13, 14. Oh, I don't know. This is technically episode 14, isn't it? So yeah. Catch you later on, or in the comments. Bye bye.